So we are here for week 11 of the NFL TV map for November 19th, 2023. November 19th is Sunday, which is the TV map. What TV map is for, but the national broadcast, or what's going to be simulcast. But this season is only the Amazon games on Amazon Prime, the NFL Network games, which are the two of them in London, two of the three in London, the second and third one, and two in Frankfurt, Germany, the two in Frankfurt, Germany. One on ESPN Plus, the first London game, that'll be simulcast on local over-the-air affiliate, over-the-air channels. Usually channels that show preseason games, show the preseason games in your area for NFL teams in the local area, and then it'll be and then it's when ESPN has one Monday Night Football game and ABC has a different Monday Night Football game, when ESPN will be simulcast over the air, for free in the local markets. So that's only a couple. Usually it's all of Monday Night Football, and it's all of Thursday Night Football, but this year there's only going to be 16 simulcasts of Thursday Night Football, or including the Friday game. Amazon 16 games in Amazon. There's only going to be, because week 1 NFL kickoff game does not have one, and last week of the season Amazon does not have one. So there's 16 games, and then there's going to be 3 Londons, 2 Frankfurt, Germany, that's 3 on. And then there's going to be two Monday Night Footballs on ESPN exclusively. They're different, so it's 23. And then there's going to be 3 on week 15 for when the first week of college football bowl games start. There's going to be 3 NFL games, so it's 26. And then there'll be the Peacock game, which will be 27. And then there will be the week of the day before Christmas Eve, the 23rd. And then there will be one for NFL Network, the Christmas Eve game. They always show Christmas Eve game on Christmas Eve night game in NFL Network. That's game 20. Then game 29 will be, there's 1 week in the season. And they're showing there's 1 week in the season that they're showing another Monday Night Football. They test it where they showed Monday Night Football. One at the alternating times. One started, the ESPN game started early in the first week, and the ABC game started. One started like 7:15 Eastern, and one started at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC. That's what they did last year, and they tested that one first. Week 2, and then week 3 they tested where it was 7:15 Eastern when the game was on ABC, and the 8:30 p.m. game was on ESPN. Which I thought they might do where where they have show instead of sport and show at Sports Center, they just show like the other game, but they never did. It really was like kind of like oh well. And then it was and then now they're testing it where it's both, so they're gonna that count, so it's 29. And then they're gonna have a Peacock playoff game simulcast on over the year, so that'll be 30 games, Other 29 regular season games will be simulcast over the year in local market. So it's Cincinnati, Baltimore is going to be the simulcast, but it's going to be a good 30-night game. It's going to be simulcast on WPCO, ABC 9 Cincinnati, and WMAR, ABC 2 in Baltimore, in Atlanta, and New Orleans the base. So while you're looking at the team, think about that. So we have Pittsburgh and Cleveland. So Alaska should show Pittsburgh and Cleveland as well. I name Charles Davis. They're number 2 crew for CBS. Charles A. Sudor from Fox. He was with like Kevin Burkhardt for a. He was with Kevin Burkhardt after what happened with Tom Brenneman. When he's sitting in a baseball game doing like it was on Fox Sports, I believe it was Fox Sports. I think it was Bally Sports, but maybe I think it was Fox Sports at the time. So yeah, he got called out by it. So he felt his Bally Sports. Fox Sports might have done something, but he's been banned from Bally Sports. But since Fox Sports regional, I think Fox Sports ousted them from the whole thing. In Las Vegas, and most of the country's gonna see that game. It's gonna be Las Vegas, and maybe it's gonna be all of California, pretty much. A little bit of Eugene, Oregon. Obviously, Eugene, Oregon, because I don't know. But maybe someone went to Oregon. I don't know. Maybe that's how they're doing it. I don't know. And then we have all of obviously Nevada, all of Utah, most of them Colorado, and a little bit of Idaho, and some of Wyoming, I believe it is. Or is it Montana? I'm not too sure. I think it's Wyoming. Wyoming. And a little bit of Nebraska. And we also have the Tampa, Florida, Miami, Florida area. And then we have a little bit of other part of Florida up there. And then we have a little bit of Alabama. Sure. And it's just a tiny touch in Mississippi. And a tiny touch in Georgia. And that's with Carolina, Tennessee, and Jacksonville, Sardines, and Am Archuleta. Adam Archuleta. And they're going to show it's going to be a little bit of Illinois, so in the Indianapolis area in Indiana, and then we have a little bit of Missouri, some of Mississippi, a little bit of Arkansas, all Tennessee, most of Tennessee, maybe just a tiny touch on Tennessee, but most of Tennessee, a little bit of Virginia, a little bit of Kentucky, some of Kentucky, a bit, and then we have the Savannah, Georgia area, and the Jacksonville, Florida area, and Tallahassee, Florida area. And they have and then Arizona, Houston, Tom McCarthy, James Lofton, and Jay Feely. They're going to show the Houston game, Arizona, Houston. It's all of most Arizona, and a little bit of Nevada, and California. They get Arizona stations, and a little bit of New Mexico. They get some Texas stations, and a little bit of Oklahoma. They get 6 stations, and same as Louisiana and Arkansas. So they get in Oklahoma. They get a Texas station, Texas CBS affiliate. And then we have CBS late. Most of the country's going to show New York Jets at Buffalo, which I'm not answering, but there's only going to be a few other areas which are Seattle Rams. It is Idaho with Andrew Callan, Tiki Burma, Ryan Bailey. And it's going to be Seattle area of Washington, all of Oregon, all of California except for a little tiny bit in California, and then all of Arizona except for a little tiny bit. And Alaska going to show Seattle Rams. Hawaii's going to show New York Jets at Buffalo. Obviously, I picked New York Jets at Buffalo because I thought it was going to be Aaron Rodgers. But the NFL did really, but they could have flexed that to a new window, but maybe take Kevin Pittsburgh, Cleveland on that, but I mean, the Fox single window. It's going to be interesting, the Fox single window. How they're doing it here. This is interesting. because the featured game is Dallas at Carolina. But it doesn't look like a ton of the country seeing Dallas at Carolina. It's kind of spread out though, these games are in this single window, So, this is especially this one. It's not like a conclusive window, where, some areas might show a low game, because they're in that, area for that, the division, team's division. Or it's all Florida. If Jackson was playing all Florida shows the Miami game, Dolphins game. Because Jackson and Miami are showing CBS because they're AFC teams. Tampa Bay might be showing on Fox. But even so, say Jacksonville was playing, or say Miami was playing, maybe the whole state of Florida would show that game. Stuff like that. You expect. If Dallas was playing on Fox, and Houston was playing on CBS. All of Texas and CBS would show Houston. All of Texas on Fox would show Dallas. That makes sense, but stuff like that. But some of these games, there's no NFL team. States there's no NFL team. It's kind of interesting, or how they're picking it. Kind of is interesting. You can see right there some words. It's interesting. So the fact single is Dallas current Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olsen, and you can see where it's Dallas. All of Dallas except for the Houston area, because they have a win. Some of these teams have a window where it's if the home team, if your local team is playing on the other channel, in the early, if your team is playing on the doubleheader window, and you're the home team, like since Houston's a home team, they can't either they can't show a game on Fox in the early window, or they just choose not to because it'd be a no compete, Maybe they can't, there's some rule like they can't show like a game if you're the home team, on Fox. They can't. Like the home team is on CBS. If you're playing in the local area, say like Houston's home team on the CBS feed, they can't show like a Fox early window game. It has to be like the Fox late window game, no matter what it is. It's kind of weird, but I've heard of that. But whatever. And we have Dallas, Carolina. Most of the country was not all the country, but and then we have Kevin Kruger and Rick Sanchez. They're gonna be in the second best game. And they charged the Green Bay. And it really is the second best game of the day on Fox. Interestingly enough. And that's going to be all Minnesota, all Wisconsin, Upper Michigan, most Upper Michigan. Because I thought Michigan would be in Packer, or would be Viking, or not Vikings fans, but Lions fans. I thought so, but apparently not. When I visited Upper Michigan and stuff like that, apparently not. You got bad Packer fans up there. And then there was people had their flags on and stuff because it wasn't during like the beginning of preseason or just during football season. And we have we have most of Missouri, actually not a good bit, not all of Missouri, but some of Missouri. Missouri's kind of split though. And we have Missouri, some of Missouri, a little bit of Kansas, most of Nebraska, except for a little tiny touch against the Missouri, or against the Kansas station. All of North South Dakota, most of Colorado, except for that gets Mexico stations, or probably, or maybe a little touch of Arizona station that blends into New Mexico. Colorado, and we have most of a little bit of Wyoming and some Montana. You can see right there. I have Eugene, Oregon, because because sometimes you do have states that don't have like an NFL team. Like in like the little area, just that little area where there are that colleges, like UD in Oregon. And Justin Herbert went to Oregon, so if they have a player, like a big name player, that fans really, really like, that played for them, they'll show that game on, in LA, San Diego, and a little bit of area, and a little bit of Arizona it shows, at California station, like San Diego station, probably, like a repeater of that, maybe. And Alaska's gonna show LA Chargers at Green Bay. And then we have Chicago Detroit with Amami and Shuldereth. I probably butchered that name, but apologies for watching. We have of Michigan, most of Indiana, a little bit of Ohio. And then we also have the CG area, which is a little bit of Illinois, a little bit of Missouri right there, and a little bit of Tennessee that gets some LA Chargers Green Bay as well. I forgot to mention that. Chicago Detroit is most Detroit, Lower Michigan, a little bit of Upper Michigan, Sierra Lower Michigan that gets probably Lower Michigan Station. And we have, like I said, most of Indiana, a little bit to the Toledo, Ohio area, and Ohio. We have obviously most of Illinois, St. Louis, Missouri area, and then a little bit of Missouri that gets some a St. Louis, Missouri station, or just a Illinois station, and then Iowa, a little bit of Iowa, Quad Cities, and Cedar Rapids area. They're going to choose to show that game on their own. And then New York Giants Washington with Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma. And all this is going to be interesting. It's all of New York, a little bit of Pennsylvania, New Jersey. We have Vermont. We have a little bit of Massachusetts. We have the Hartford area, the CFD, which is Hartford, Connecticut, New Jersey. We have all of the Virginia, most of Virginia. We have DC area, the Baltimore, Maryland area, and a little bit of North Carolina that gets some a Virginia station. And then the late window is Tampa Bay and San Francisco, and who's choosing to show the late window because either they have to or they're choosing to show it. It's all Florida, pretty much all Florida's going to show Tampa Bay and San Francisco. Houston, Texas area is going to show that. With the Nashville, Tennessee area, though, we have most of Ohio, Pittsburgh area, Pennsylvania area in that area. And then we have some of Washington. I'm going to choose to show that game. Some of Idaho. A little bit of Wyoming. Or a little bit of Montana. Utah. Pretty much. Most of Arizona, except for a little bit of Arizona. Like showing LA Chargers, Green Bay, or Dallas, Carolina. It's again New Mexico Station or California Station. And then we have most of California. Yeah, it's going to show San Francisco because it's San Francisco, except for the LA area and San Diego because it's the LA Chargers scheme. And then all of Nevada, and then most of Oregon, except for a little bit that's showing Dallas, Carolina, and LA Chargers, Green Bay. And then we have a little bit of Idaho, and a little of Wyoming, Montana. And then we have some of Washington. Not all Washington's going to show it, except because they're going to show Dallas, Carolina. For the Seahawks Seattle, Washington area versus Seattle fans that I heard in the area. Just, I mean, yeah, because that game does impact probably standings, with Dallas and Toronto. Dallas leading the NFC, or, the wild card, And people might want to see that. I don't know. That's why, but it might be. But yeah, that is it for week 11 of NFL. Yeah. We have week 12 right now. We have. So we have national broadcast, which there's a bunch here. There's usually 5, one for Fox for Thanksgiving Day. CBS is one Thanksgiving. Yeah, Thanksgiving. NBC is one. Usually it's NBC gets the night game. It's San Francisco at Seattle. However, even Fox and CBS usually alternate the times of their games. Like one will get the 12:30 p.m. Eastern game one year, and the next, and then one will get the 4:30 Eastern game, and the next year that flip-flop. Because last year Fox got the 4:30 Eastern game, CBS got the 12:30 p.m. Eastern game. This year's gonna be flip-flopped. And then Amazon usually doesn't show one, or thanks usually, or Thursday Night Football usually doesn't show one. You want to be, hey, and Fox even had the Thursday Night Football and simulcast the fun, right? Well, simulcast it'll be simulcast on the network, but it'll be on Fox. No. You won't do that, Or NBC could get done. Maybe NBC, because they show the dog show. The dog show, I believe, NBC does. Something else. For the time of Thanksgiving besides football. That's late, because I was the football game. So they could just show the right, they could just, have it to where maybe if they show that, they can show them. They can get them rights to them. Yeah, they could show the 4:30 Eastern game every year. But they so this year, they're in a 3 p.m. Eastern Black Friday game. I mean, New York Jets. Which is it different, I mean, I know why they're probably doing it. It's probably because of the fact that college football is on Fridays. On Friday, the Black Friday. Yeah, college football is usually on. And then on ABC, CBS, Fox. This year NBC with the games, so there's NFL is just competing with the Big Ten. Packers have a game on Saturday. There's gonna have the Big Ten game on Friday night. So yeah, and then other networks like Fox, CBS. Sometimes there might be a few on the cable, few overlap balls on cable, but you CBS Sports Network. But they're just gonna show basketball usually, college basketball, and college basketball. And on Sundays, Baltimore LA Chargers on NBC, and Chicago Minnesota's ESPN ABC. There's so many prime time games, like San Francisco Seattle's a good one. Baltimore LA Chargers. It's hard to flex, It'll be hard to flex out of these games. Yeah, you could flex Pittsburgh at Cincinnati or Jacksonville, Houston, or in place of New Jets, but maybe Chicago, Minnesota in place. But I doubt it though. I doubt they will. It's a 20-day rule. I mean the 20-day rule from Amazon. It's a 20-day rule. Chicago, Minnesota's pretty much flexed into it. I don't think it's week. Oh, it's saying week 13. It was week 12, wasn't it? So it's week 13 for Amazon, week 12 for Monday's Night Football. Anyways, I'll talk about this next week, but I'm just going to share with you the map, the early look at the map. We have Pittsburgh at Cincinnati early. That's predicted to be the first game. Tampa at Indianapolis is predicted to be the second game. And Jacksonville and Houston is predicted to be the third game match. I don't think so. Pittsburgh Cincinnati featured on CBS Radio. Yeah, that could be a primetime game, but it's just at noon. On the primetime slots. So I could see that, And, basically, I mean, Jets or play Chicago, so it could have been, so I see that, man. And Buffalo, Philadelphia, Kansas City, Las Vegas. I see Buffalo and Philadelphia good. But CBS is going to protect that game. Kansas City, Las Vegas. And that's going to be not additional because it's 4:10 for Eastern window. And it's a Pacific Coast time zone game. Fox Sports. New England New York Jets is predicted to be the featured game. New Orleans Atlanta. And Carolina Tennessee. The first game is going to be in New Orleans Atlanta. Just for the best, most popular single one header. I mean, Fox doesn't really have the best games on LA Rams, Arizona late, Cleveland, Denver late. Cleveland, Denver could have had some intrigue, but Deshaun Watson is out for the rest of the season with his injury. So, Cleveland at Denver is going to have not really a ton of intrigue now. For people who are trying to like a late window game. But the most likely game is probably going to be New Orleans Atlanta because New Orleans is 5-5. I want to say Atlanta's 5-5 too, or 5-5 right now. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see standings. Real quick. Saints. Yeah, Saints are 5-5. The Falcons are 4-6. Yeah, there's gonna be a bye for them this weekend. The Saints. They have a bye this week. Yes, they do. So both teams have a bye, so they're gonna win the game 5-5 and 4-6. I know New England New York Giants are 2-8 heading this week. Week 11. And New York Giants are like 2-7, 2-8, maybe 3-7. They're not very good. So we'll see, And then Carolina, Tennessee only has like 3-4 wins. Not very impressive. Carolina only has the one win. We're upset win over Houston. So it may just be New Orleans Atlanta. By default gets the best game. I mean, their Thanksgiving game's not much better though. It's Green Bay Detroit. The Fox got screwed on Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving and the Fox, they pretty much got screwed. Let's just call it what it is. They are not willingly going to turn Fox unless your game's in Fox. Like the pregame. Or you watch the 10 and 11 a.m. pregame show, then you flip over to CBS. Because your game is on CBS, or just like CBS is crew more. Because you're used to watching CBS because you're a ABC team. I don't know. But either way, CBS really. Washington also got the Bears Thanksgiving game. Which, their Thanksgiving game's not going to go either, though. NBC got the best one out of them all. But they make up for it having a good late game. games in the early window: Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Jacksonville, Houston. Make up for them 2 good games in the early window. So the other 3 games in the early window are amazing games. If you get one of those games in your, as long as you get Tampa in Indianapolis, you're in a good seat with this game. So honestly, so